And there we go. Welcome them to the first one of the series. Villese on the left-hand side playing Lithuanians against Lamb on the right-hand side playing as Huns. We get for Villese with Lithuanians 150 extra food upon starting the game. We're gonna have on top of that also 10% faster moving skirm and spearland units, as well as 1 extra attack on knights and lightest units per each relic garrison, up to 4 relics, so up to +4 attack. And for the team bonus, 30% faster work in monasteries. But take a look at Slam on the other hand, and he's got Huns, which means he does not need to build houses, but he's going to start with 100 less wood compared to other civilizations. On top of that, we also get for Huns 50% accuracy on trebuchets as opposed to 15%, and 10 and 20% cheaper cavalry archers in the castle and imperial leeches respectively. As for the team bonus on the other hand, we also get 20% faster working stables. And let's go and take a look at the map generation. Nobody's going forward with the scout right away. It doesn't seem like anybody's going to be going for lane necessarily right away. So we have the main goal on the back for Villese. It's got the secondary goal on the right-hand side. Actually, both of these, one north, one south. It's got the main stone on the right-hand side, and then the secondary stone is going to be on the left-hand side, but super exposed. This is a very open map. On the right-hand side, we might be able to get a wall connecting both wood lanes, but then there doesn't seem to be too much that he's going to be able to do on the left-hand side. So maybe getting some walls towards the house over here, and then some walls around the goal towards the TC is going to be the only thing he can do. But even then, man, the wood lane over here is going to be atrocious for Villese. I mean, take a look at that. The only wood he would be able to collect from, the one on the back of his CC, is taken by a pond. If we go and take a look at the map generation from Slam on the other hand, he does have also 2 wood lanes taken by ponds over here, so the same as Villese, but the distribution and the position for the walls, or actually for the woods, is going to make it significantly different, because he's got one of these woods without the pond on the back, which is going to be much easier to collect from, and much better. So taking a look at the map generation for Slam, we have the main goal up north, we have the secondary goal down south over here, the other secondary goal is on the left hand side, and then we have the main stone on the right hand side on the back, and then the other secondary stone, or the secondary stone rather, on the left hand side towards the north. It's going to be super tricky for him to wall on the left hand side, yes, for sure. But if he goes for some walls from here towards the TC, and then from here to here, he should be able to secure himself. It's just going to be a little bit pricier compared to the walls that Villese would have to go for himself. He should still be able, though, to secure this gold, ideally, to secure this stone, ideally, as well. Not so much the wood, anyway. If he was going to go for these walls, given that he's kind of close to the corner of the map, he could potentially also go for walls like this instead, or maybe just something like straight to the edge of the map, but that's going to be for later. Early on, I think he's just probably going to be trying to wall himself up as fast and efficiently as possible. He's pushing the ostrich as well. He's pushing zebras. Good job. Yeah. Well played. You should wall to the wood line farther to the south. Which one? Are you talking about Villese over here? Walling over here? He could do that. Yeah, with the villagers over here, he would be able to secure this wall, and he would be able to also reinforce the walls if he needs it. Yeah. That is definitely possible too. That's actually better, yeah. Because if he was going for this, it would be a little bit pricier, and he wouldn't really be protecting much of anything. So yeah, this actually makes sense. We'll see. Loans coming up right now for both players, so we'll see them going up. It's just going to be scouts for both, most likely. Scouts going up with 19 population. Lithuanians with Hans, sorry. It's good, but Villese going up with 19 population with Lithuanians seems a little bit late. It seems like he could definitely have gone significantly sooner now. Because he's going to take wood on the right hand side, it doesn't seem like he's going to wall like that. Instead, he's just going to try and connect to this wall line, and then from this one to this one, maybe. That is not bad, either. Right? He would still be able to secure this wall line for sure. But then over here on the left-hand side, he still needs to go for the walls like this. He's finding Slam right now. He knows about the barracks coming out. He's probably just expecting scouts. And Slam, on the other hand, he's not really found Villese just yet. He's trying to find them, but yeah, he didn't even scout a secondary resource, so He's got like no idea where Villese is. This is really bad for Slam. It's going to affect his scout push for sure. That's very, very bad. Villese, on the other hand, already knows where Slam is, and he's gonna be going for... Yeah, he's gonna be going for the stable. As soon as he gets to the fuel H. There you go, same outcome for both players. We're close to it. And now finally, Slam knows about Villese's base, so it's going to be a little bit more even. In that regards, he's getting the stable up. Good job. There we go. It's gonna be up for both players at about the same time, I think. A little bit faster for Slam, actually. Interesting. What gives? Yeah, I probably already had the villages at hand or something, but... Anyway. You see Horse Collar already up for Slam. Villese, on the other hand, has got Dalbirax, but he does not have a Horse Collar. With Lithuanians, probably doesn't matter quite as much. Leon, he's not going to go for farms anytime soon, but... Yeah, this is pretty good for Slam. His economy is going to be significantly stronger very soon. Or the Villese is not going to be quite as expensive, but now Villese is going for it. Yeah, it was just a little bit later, you know, Lithuania's extra resource at the very beginning. He still has some goats over here. He's fine. Without Horse Guard, he's going to be just fine. So here comes Slam. Now the question is, will he be able to do any damage? Villese is already getting the walls up over here, and it doesn't seem like he's going to be secure on this gold at all. It's just going to be using it as part of the walls. So it's kind of partially secured. It's not really safe, but, you know, it's not completely exposed either. So let's take a look at that. Oh, the scout, though! That was really, really close. Slam also ends up taking a loss over here. Now we're going to see a villager going down. Good job! The quick wall attempt from Villese will not pay off. And he ends up losing the first villager. First blood for eco units over there in favor of Slam. We see scouts coming forward, though, from Villese himself. But so far, he's not been able to strike just yet. Notice how Slam's got the quick walls already up, close to the berries, close to the wood. The only villager exposed over here is going to be outside the berries, but... Yeah, he's gonna do too much damage, so he's gonna try. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side... Yeah, quick walls already up over here for Villese, so he should be fine. Let's take a look at the right-hand side, scouts. It's coming in. This should be completely closed. Should be completely closed. Remember the market before. Okay. We'll see about this. What do we get? Well, you're just going to get pushed away. It's a good job from Villese. Yeah, and now we see the walls coming up on the left-hand side for the blue player. So in the end, he ended up going for the kind of like the first wall I suggested. Yeah, it doesn't seem that great. Now in hindsight, of course. But yeah, he's going for it. Maybe he just didn't know about this wool lane. Yeah, that's why. He didn't know about this one. That's very unfortunate. Slam, on the other hand, knows about his wool lanes for sure, and he should be able to wall himself up. He's still not going to go for full walls, just local walls around resources. Good snipe over there for Villese. Yeah, and villager count a little bit higher for Slam still. Villese has got about the same military count, probably one less. Very, very close though. You can see even the villager counts like very, very close for both players still, despite the the kill from Slam. So this is definitely still anyone's game. Let's see. Alright, he's going around. Yeah, there we are. And Villese should be fine. Slam's moving over to the left right now, but it's very unlikely it's going to be able to do any damage, as Villese should be already full secured over here. It's not completely walled up yet. Yeah, but he should be fine. He's going for the walls right now. Yeah, he knows. So it's going to be safe. With bars coming in for both players, both are going to be thinking of going after the Castle Age, and Villese is looking a little bit stronger because he's got both buildings already up. And he's got a good amount of resources, good amount of farmers as well. Now, Slam's got actually more farmers compared to Villese, so he might be able to go up a little bit sooner, but he's still missing one building. So, overall, Villese's position is still looking pretty strong. I think also the farmer counter went down over there, or the farmer count went down over there for Villese as he started getting the walls up over here because he used some of the farmers. But now you can see that he's adding a few more on the back of the TC as well. And yeah, overall, I think Villese is going to be able to go up a little bit sooner. So, what we will see in the Castle Age? For Villese, with Lithuanians, he's gonna want to go and collect the relics. I'm really sure if he's got any scouting information in terms of knowing where the relics are. I think he knows about 2. There's going to be a forward one, and then he knows about the one in the center. But he's not scouted the sides just yet, so he doesn't know about these ones. If he can secure these 2, though, that is ideal still. Because one of those is going to belong to Slam, technically. And then the other one's going to be the neutral one. So if he can then, at a later point, scout his both his remaining relics over here back home, then he should be able to collect these. And that should be 4 relics, enough to get +4 attack on the units. So we'll see. It's going out to the castle significantly faster. Slam, on the other hand, is with almost enough resources. He doesn't have the buildings, though. Let's see if he's going to go for one. I don't see a blacksmith coming up. I think Slam's just going to try to click up, and he's going to realize about the building a little bit too late. No. He's going for the market. Never mind. Good stuff. Ready to balance for Slam? Yeah, absolutely. He doesn't need the market. He just needs the building. Double archer ranges coming up. Interesting. I probably would have preferred the archer ranges. It builds faster. It's cheaper as well, but... Anyway, we already have a pretty good idea what Slam's gonna go for, and he's going to make a switch to Cavalry Archer, baby! Villese is going for scale, bar than armor, quite clearly will be going for full knights. How many stables do we have over here for the blue players? He's got 2 stables. He had like, oh, well, yeah, the wood situation was not the best, but he actually did manage to do a really good job with food and gold, actually. He did not use the market, and he got perfectly to 800, 200. But yeah, he needed the wood because he was going to go for the archer ranges, so it's fine. Yeah, we had a blacksmith over there as well, which he didn't have before, so he went for the extra archer ranges and the blacksmith. I think it's probably calculated, most likely calculated. Villese, on the other hand, he gets to the castle age. He's got the second stable already up, yes. And he's going for an archer range, interestingly enough. Was probably expecting a monastery instead. But yeah. Good job from Villese, roaming around. Second TC on the way, nice. Am I the only one who thinks Cavalry Archer's suicide here? I guess it could be. We do get faster skirmishers though, for Lithuanians. Yeah, we see knights coming in from Villese. He knows about the archer ranges. We have quadruple archer ranges over here though. Will that really be able to sustain? I don't think so. For the time being, like, he's got 7 Cavalry Archers queued up, but... Oh man, he's taking a lot of damage over here. Loses 2 gold miners already. Damn. Yeah. So he gets the first batch of units out faster, and then he's going to have a stronger infrastructure for military production later on down the line. But for the time being, these are going to sit idle after the first batch comes out, or at the very least some of these will. Villese, on the other hand, is already doing really good damage. He's been able to get back on KODT4, looking better right now. 3-1 for Villese. Yeah. Here he comes. Bo5 coming in for Slam as well. He's got the whole archer ranges queued up right now. And that's the last batch. After this batch, he runs out of resources. That was pretty good. That allows him to get to 12 cavalry archers like super quickly. he saves on training time one batch, otherwise he would have had to wait another set of 3 cavalry archers rather. So yeah, there we go. 12 cavalry archers coming in for Villese. He already has chain barden armor, so we need at the very least 15 over here for Slam to be able to two-shot the cavalry from Villese. And Villese is already making a switch to skirmishers. He's going for Botkin arrow and elite skirmisher. He's got the monk already, so he's going for the relic forward. Once again, I don't think he knows about... Yeah, he does not know about the side relic, so he's gonna need to go for this one. I would certainly like for him to send the monk around the left-hand side. Yeah, and try to collect it while getting some scouting information at the same time. Slan's so passive as usual, and the cavalry archer against Lithuanian suicidal. Yeah, he managed to get a good amount of units out fairly early. But yeah, if he does it with the faster moving skirmishers, it's not really going to struggle against these units quite as much. I guess there is also the, you know, the thing with Slam going for knights. The knights not being quite as strong as Lithuanian knights anyway. And also the faster moving pikes for Villese. I think cavalry archers are probably the lesser evil over here for the red player. What could he have gone for? That wouldn't be suicidal though, honestly. With the relic already here for Villese, plus forging, he already has 12 attack on these knights. He already has chain barden armor. You know, Lithuanian full economy from the very beginning of the game is going to be super strong. Knights and monks against the Lithuanians, man. You know, they have stronger knights and better monks. I just really struggle to see what Slam could have gone for otherwise. I'm not against the cavalry archer play, but I'm just against the matchup over here. I guess it's a fair bit of guesswork for game number 1 anyway. Knights and monks, okay. That's interesting. Ballistics on the way for Villese. Hey! He found the relic! That's gonna be already 13 attack until he goes for iron casting anyway. Stan doesn't realize about the monk. He's coming in a little bit too late, and well, Villese is gonna be in a good position to start getting some pressure going. So he's got a good amount of knights over here. 2 extra attack from the relics. That's going to be 13 attack. The skirmishers over here really good against cavalry archers, of course. Good job. And the Magnus there though. That is a good shot. But won't suffice for him to take all the skirmishers down. So still, there we go. 2 skirmishers going down only, and these cavalry archers get completely pushed out. Pike siege always works. Okay. Yeah, I'm not against the cavalry archer myself, but I just think the matchup is super rough. Well, the cavalry archer's going down over here for Slam. Even at the choke point over there, he actually got pushed away from it. And then Villese, well, he got pushed away from goal, but I think he should be able to hold on just fine with the skirmishers. He doesn't really have too many over here though, so we need to pay attention to both sides. It's a lot of villagers going down from Slam though, and Villese's score lead right now is soaring. There we go. Yeah, the cavalry archers are going down over here. He has some damage potential around here with ECA. The problem is that we already have 3 TCs for Villese, so he's got a Bermuda Triangle situation going on here. Cavalry archers cannot get around this area because of the TC range. And yeah, I think they're going to be trapped. If Villese goes for the wall over here, then these should be getting trapped, and then the skirmishers can clean them up. Right hand side though. This is going for the engagement over here once again. Yeah, he should be able to clean up, or at the very least push the cavalry archers away. He's gonna have a good amount of knights still to work with as well. So it's not going to call it GG over there. That's a pretty interesting matchup. That's going to be 1-0 then in favor of Villese. Let's go and take a look at the achievements then before jumping back out. It's looking so far so good for Villese. Very close to 2-to-1 KD ratio for Villese. And for the economy, on the other hand, we also have for resources collected about 1,300 extra resources for Villese. Really good job, very efficient economy. And that was fairly uneventful. Yeah, it was pretty straightforward for Villese. 18 extra villages at the end of the game. Let's go back and let's wait for game number 2. There we go. Yeah. It was going to be rough regardless. It was going to be tough regardless. I'm kind of wondering if there is... you guys probably know, right? Probably on AO2stats.com. What the win rate is for Hans against Lithuanians. I just feel like the matchup is super rough. Well, Lithuanians are not going to be available to Villese anymore. So now Slam's got Tatars, which are super strong, of course. He's got Indians. He's got Khmer, Japanese, and Vietnamese. I'm not the biggest fan of Slam's draft over here. I'm liking Villese a lot more. Like, Villese's got Aztecs, which is amazing. He's got Sicilians. He's got Burgundians, man. He's got Celts as a wild card as well. And then we also have Berbers. On Slam, on the other hand, I don't feel like Indians are going to be the greatest. Right? Like, we have Sicilians, we have Aztecs, we have Celts over here for Villese. We have Berbers, which can give Indians a run for their money as well. And then we have Khmer, right? Khmer, yeah, I'm not really sure how good that's going to be. I don't feel like Slam's got any... Besides Tatars, I don't feel like Slam's got any S-tier civilization over here, or like super strong civilization to play with compared to Vilese's. So yeah, the matchup's already kind of rough for Slam. Remember, he's got 37% win rate against Villese. And it just feels to be like Vilese's draft is so much better. Slam wasted his best opportunity to play Indians. Kinda, right? But he didn't know that Villese was going to go for Lithuanians. Game number 1 is super rough. There's going to be a lot of guesswork involved. I definitely would like for Slam to try and save Hans for game number 2 or 3 instead, though. And go for something a little bit stronger in game number 1, but yeah. Yeah, Indians actually would have been a good choice. Slam loses because he's not a psychic. Let's see. Let's close the predictions. Let's open it up once again for game number 2. Villese. Slam. 2 minutes. There you go, guys. Let's see the game's up already. Yeah, game number 2 is here already. And we have Burgundians versus Indians. 20 seconds of spectator still to go through. Burgundians versus Indians, guys, for Villese and Slam respectively. Very interesting choice for Villese. And that is the one civilization I was not too sure about Villese against Indians. All the other civilizations, I feel like he stands a pretty decent chance. By the way, Villese, 89% win rate with Burgundians. Slam, 47% win rate with Indians, so we'll see. Welcome everyone then to the second game of the series. We have Villese on the left hand side with Burgundians. It's going to be getting eco upgrades 1H earlier for a 50% food discount, as well as access to the Cavalier upgrade in the Castle Age, a 50% discount on stable upgrades, and also 25% extra attack on gunpowder units. For the team bonus, he gets also food income from relics on top of gold income. On the right hand side for Slam, on the other hand, with the Indians over here, we're going to be getting first off 10, 15, 20, and 25% cheaper villagers, as well as 10% faster working fishermen. That's not going to be relevant usually, but we do have some, we do have turtle blocks over there, so maybe. or actually, oh no, it's actually shortfish. Anyway. Besides that, the Indians will get 1 and 2 extra pierce armor on stable units in the castle in Imperial Age, as well as for the team bonus, 4 bonus damage from camera-ready units against buildings. Taking a look at the map generation, we're going to get the main goal north for Villese, main stone south. Then he's got both secondary goals to the right-hand side, one south, the other one more to the east, and then the secondary stone on the right-hand side. He should be able to easily wall himself up by going for something like this. And then he will be able to secure not only the goal, but also the stone over here. He is able to also guard the woods over here as well, but that's going to be kind of tricky to get to. I think early on we're probably going to see something along the lines of this, maybe. Yeah, instead. Which is not going to be anywhere near as good. but it's going to allow him to get going at the very beginning for very cheap, and then he can try to expand outwards later, especially over here to the south. If we take a look at the map generation from Slam, on the other hand, what do we get over here for the red player? He's going to have the main gold up north, as well as the main stone on the right hand side on the back, and then he's got the secondary stone gold rather towards the southeast. We have secondary gold on the left hand side for Slam, and secondary stone on the left hand side for him as well. So map generation over here for Slam seems to be pretty good, right? If he gets the walls up over here, then he won't be able to protect any wood lines, but he's gonna be able to already protect the stone. He will be able to protect the gold over here. Just the berries are going to be kind of exposed. But yeah. Let's see. Oh, he's going for the house forward, so he's gonna try to be greedy with the walls. Interesting. Huh. Does he know about the back of his base? Well, you know, he's very close to the corner of the map. If he does end up getting away with something like this, then yeah, that's going to be much better. Of course, he manages to secure the gold, the stone, the wood lines, 2 wood lines over here, which is fantastic. Not a whole lot of action, no laming whatsoever. Both elephants already down for Villese over there. Both elephants down over here already, I think, for Slam 2, or did he not take the second elephant just yet? Nah, he didn't take the second elephant just yet. I guess technically Villese is also very close to the corner of the map, so he could very well go also for some greedier walls like this. He'll be able to secure basically the same amount of resources. Yeah. Then if he went for... Oh, okay. Never mind. But yeah, he wouldn't really be able to secure any extra resources compared to just going for a little bit safer walls. We are already a 19 population. Nobody's going up to the village just yet. So it seems like we are going to see some Minotaurs play over here. From whom, though? Who's going to be going for what? I don't think both players are going to be going for scouts going up on 20 population. That just does not seem to be as aggressive as it could have been for sure. I don't see a barracks, though, coming out from anyone. But VOH is on the way, is coming in a little bit sooner for Slam. And he's completely open and he does not have a barracks coming in just yet. He's gonna have to build it with 2 villagers. Meanwhile, Villese, on the other hand, he's going out to the village already, but yeah, he does not have a barracks coming in at all. He's just gonna try to play defensive over here. Interesting. Let's take a look at... Yeah, Villese does not know about the woodland over here, otherwise he would have been able to wall to it, and then he would have been able to secure this wood for sure. Does Lance see the hill just beyond the berries? Yeah. The bets seem a little bit one-sided. Most likely. Did anybody bet for Villese? Sorry, for Slam. Let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna return the points. Let me check. Yeah, I think it's 100%. Yeah, it's 100% for Slam, so we are just going to return the points. And try again later. There we go, Stable's coming out for Slam. He did end up sending 2 villagers to get the barracks up. Meanwhile, Villese, on the other hand, is a little bit later to the village, but he's going for the stable as well. It is going to be a scout. That does not seem to be as aggressive as these players could have gone for. As aggressive of a timing. In any case. It's coming up north for Slam, and very soon it's gonna be completely walled up. Yeah. He's going for the greedier walls, and I love it. He's securing the secondary gold. He's securing the main gold as well, the main stone in the back. Wow, man, he's even securing both secondary golds. This is just amazing. If Villese had gone for a similar wall out, he wouldn't have been able to secure anywhere near as many resources. This goal was going to be an issue. It was going to be either part of the walls or it was going to be outside. And then this goal was going to be outside already. So pretty good base for Slam, yes. Villese, on the other hand, is not really taking advantage of Burgundian so much. He's going for Bolsa, which is pretty good, but he's, yeah, going for Horus Color. Is he going to try and go for Heavy Plow before? Nah, he's in the first few farms already. So never mind. He had a few extra sheep over here, probably, or goats. I probably would have preferred for him to go for Heavy Plow, but it's pretty resource intensive to go for Castle Age upgrades in the field age, so it's understandable. Anyway, Slam open at the bottom by the pond. No, the wood is connected to the edge. Let's see. There we go. Villese will try to connect himself to the edge of the map on the left hand side. But take a look at this. I just don't see how this makes any sense. It's just that he did not have any scouting information down south, so he didn't really know what he was going to be able to connect the walls to. Other than just going for a straight edge of the map wall out. Ah, he doesn't secure a single wood line. Good job. Scouts coming out from both players. A little bit better for Villese. It's got 3 over here. We have 3 for Slam, but they are not grouped up. I'm really sure what the third one is. But yeah, he's not grouped up just yet. This is open, by the way. The overchop over there. We're going to see the first villager kill in the game. That's going to be the first kill full stop. And that's going to be first blood. Good job. He's getting the villager. He's getting away with the scout over here. Could potentially try and go after another villager. There's only 3 over here, so I think he should be able to get one. He would have the heal advantage as well, but it's kind of risky. So he's going to try to find a different... Yeah, a different set of villagers over here. Good reaction from Villese though. Good job. We saw the same in the previous game, by the way, with Slam starting very, very strong, getting a villager pick, and then falling behind regardless, so... Probably not getting the hopes too high over here if you're rooting for Slam, but that is still a very strong start. The thing though is, he is behind in villager count already. He's gone for wheelbarrow, so that sets him behind a little bit, and he's got a little bit of extra idle TC time. Good job. There we go. Yeah, and the scouts go down, so now Villese is going to be the only player with some potential pressure going, but the thing is, with all the walls already out from Slam, it doesn't seem like Villese should be able to do much of anything, and we're going to see both players going up to the castle age. Interestingly enough, notice what Slam's thinking about. He's thinking about going for cavalry archers again. This is really, really curious. Second archer range coming up. Third archer range is going to be coming up as well. And Burgundians are not going to have any faster skirmishers whatsoever. They are just going to have very strong cavalry units. And that's about it. We'll see if he can make it work this time around. I was kind of thinking he was going to go for cavalry archers, but I wasn't sure if he was going to do it because of how this went in the previous game. This is weird. Kind of, a little bit, right? But still alright. They do get fully upgraded cavalry archers. They have a very strong economy to work with as well. He's going to have the head start at the castle age as well. He got completely walled up. He was able to get a villager from Villese. He's feeling good. Villese, on the other hand, is going to be going probably for full knights, I think. He's got only 1 stable though. He's going out to the castle age, but no extra stables. No, nothing. Is this going to be just extra TCs and full economy? Could potentially be the case. Burgundians, it's going to be one of the best civilizations to go for it. So let's see. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, archer range is coming up actually for Villese. There is no way for him to know about the cavalry archers coming out from Slam because he cannot get vision this deep into Slam's base from outside, I think. Yeah. Now he's coming forward, let's see. I'm very curious if he's gonna try to target the gate to see exactly what Slam's going for. Yeah, he's going for the stable right now. And now he knows! Oh, if he was paying attention over there! Man, if he was paying attention over there for a split second, he actually saw the cavalry archers. Yeah, Slam moved them out of sight. Maybe just in time. Let's see what Vilese's reaction is over here. Monastery. Wow, I think he didn't see it. And now he does. Now he can see the cavalry archers. And we see skirmishes queued up for Villese right away. He's going for fletching as well. Instant reaction. Good job. These guys have probably played each other 1,000 times. I'm sure they have some idea. Yeah. That was a preemptive archer range. And now he's going to be going after actually seeing the cavalry archers. He's going to go for the upgrades. And he's going to commit a little bit more. So good job. Second TC is already up though for Villese. Meanwhile, Slam on the other hand, not quite as much. Alright. Good conversion coming up from Villese, so Slam's going to bail. Yeah. Villese will be getting a hidden village account for sure. While Slam, on the other hand, is going for the second TC only now. While the third TC is coming out for Villese after getting the second one already up. Remember the magic number, 15? We are only 66% of the way there for Slam. He needs to bring a few extra. Yeah, let's be fair, Villese doesn't really have chain bar than armor, so it's going to be more like 14, the magic number for him still. Good job. Yeah. It's going back. Oh, 30C coming up for Slam right now as well. Both players will be playing for economy here. Well, that should be better for Villese if he goes for the extra upgrades, right? Like, he should be able to go for two mansaw and crop rotation. Just not going for it. Good snipe though. First relic denied over here from Villese. Or for Villese rather, from these knights, or by these cavalry archers rather. Yeah, and ballistics on the way for Slam as well. Looking significantly stronger this game around. We'll see if he can do any damage. With the 3 TCs already up, Villese should be able to protect himself. Plus all the skirmishers coming out. Blue players missing ballistics himself. We'll see if Villese is thinking of going for university. Yes, he's got one on the way already. There you go. Oh man, but he's going to get pushed away! Oh, he got the university! Good job! This could potentially be pretty good for Villese. He needs a few extra skirmishers though. With a single archer range, he won't really be able to get too many up. Yeah, and Slam's got a good amount of units over here, so... Without extra units, then Villese shouldn't be able to keep on defending himself quite as much. Yeah, he will get cleaned up. With ballistics already, Slam's units are looking a lot stronger now. If he can take these skirmishers down, Villese is going to be out of defenses for the most part. While Slam's going to keep on trickling units forward. One more cavalry archers coming in, pushing Villese away from wood as well. Looking a lot better for Slam this time around. Might be behind by 9 villages, but take a look at Villese's worker efficiency in the last minute. Take a look at the military count. Take a look at the upgrades. Ballistics already. Finally, Vilese's got it. So now his skirmishers are going to be significantly stronger, but he's already taking a little bit of damage, so Slam has done a good job. Micro. So yeah, I think the next step over here for Villese would have been going for the second archer range, but he's not going for it. Yeah, he's getting surrounded by cavalry archers. Quite clearly, his current production capacity is not enough. He needs more archer ranges. Slam on the other hand, if he could get a market as well, that'd be ideal so that he can balance his economy. He's got a lot of gold, doesn't really have a whole lot of anything else. Slam on the other hand is just gonna keep on pushing with more cavalry archers. It worked so far, and it's going to keep on working. Ideally, I would love for him to go for a 4 siege workshop as well, so that he can counter also the skirmishers, and then he can start putting some pressure against the TCs as well. You add some siege into the mix over here, and this army becomes like probably twice as deadly. Yeah, Villese, the one with a lot of gold. I was talking about Villese getting a market up so that he can balance his economy. I'm not really sure if I said Slam before, but yeah, I'm talking about Villese. Because he cannot really afford to go for extra archer ranges, cannot really afford to go for extra skirmishers, so he needs to balance his economy. Sorry if I said Slam. Yeah, Slam Seeker balance is actually a lot better. Does he have a market, by the way? He doesn't. Well, he doesn't need it. That's ideal, of course. I did? Oh yeah, sorry. But yeah, if Villese got a market out, that would be so good for him. He should be able to buy. Okay, there we go. He's going for it. To buy a little bit of wood, you know, buy a little bit of food, get extra archer ranges up, go for more skirmishers. Ideally, if you can get a little bit extra wood as well, get in a defensive siege workshop to anticipate the counter for his skirmishers would be ideal, so he's got his own mangonels against potential mangonels from Slam. Now the thing is, the red player is not really adding anything into the mix, so these cavalry archers are not going to keep on working forever, and there's no adaptation over here for Slam whatsoever. Villese, does he know about this wood line? Now he knows about the wood line, it'll be probably a good time as well to try and go for this too. Light cavalry. Oh, there you go. That's a lot better. Yeah. I like the light cavalry quite a bit. That should work against skirmishers and mangonels. Pretty good job. Pretty good play from Slam. Yeah, pretty good play. It's gonna have, you know, 1 extra pierce armor as well, so it's gonna be even stronger against skirmishers. There we go. Well, it's actually the same still, right? Because, you know, 4 pierce armor versus 5 pierce armor, he's still gonna be taking only 1 damage per shot. Well, he doesn't have chain barded armor, so that makes these a little bit stronger for the time being. He doesn't need chain barded armor, so he saves a few resources there. Good job. Good job from Slam. He's gonna try to deny the castle over here. I think the castle comes up though, but it's going to come up at a huge cost. Villese falling behind him in villager count. I think for the first time ever since he got the extra TCs up. Yeah. But he gets the castle up. Now Slam's going to get pushed away. Villese is actually going for Custilier. Really interesting stuff. He's going to end up pushing all these cavalry archers away from the north. And it was a pretty good defense. Now Slam might have the same villager count compared to Villese, but economy should be significantly stronger for him because of all the pressure he's been putting so far. We're gonna take a look at that in a moment, but there's a forward castle coming up over here. Actually, before the castle starts coming up, let's take a look. Yeah, economy better for Slam. Remember as well that he saves resources going for villagers, so these are cheaper for him. They are not going to be quite as taxing on his economy to get the boom going. Anyway, good defense over here though for Villese. I'm not really sure that's going to be enough skirmishers though. 16, we had 29 cavalry archers. Yeah, so the castle's coming up still, but Villese is going for his counter castle, and I think Slam knows about it. This one's coming up significantly faster, but I don't think he's got enough range to deny this one. I think he might just have. If he can target the villagers, I think he might have enough range to take the villagers down. Yeah, good job. So the castle's getting denied. No way! Slam's getting pushed away with the castle at, well, 78%. Good job, I think. Once again, Slam might have been able to get this one up, but it probably was going to be with only 1 villager left, and I'm actually not even sure that was going to be the case. I think maybe he would have ended up losing other villagers, so it's the safest play for him to bail. And we finally see a siege workshop coming in. Yeah, and that's pretty good. Very good defense for Villese. Very good defense for Villese, though. Definitely could have been a lot worse for the bull player. Yeah, and Slam, he's got 2 groups of units now. He's got cavalry archers down south over here. But Villese, he's got... That's the 4th TC, right? Yeah, he's got the 4 TC up already. Good job. Will Slam try to get a castle up at all? No, he's going for another one over here instead. Well, it's going to be a race to the Imperial Age, with both players already showing their intention for castles. Whoever gets to the Imperial Age first is going to be able to get the other players' castles down. So Slam's going to be the first one to go up, as it's going to do a significantly more efficient compared to Villese. And Villese probably is aware of it. So it's going to be taking the foundation of this castle down for sure, but then he needs to focus on going up ASAP. If he falls behind to Slam by, you know, a good amount of time, Slam's going to show up with trebuchets by the time Villese is going up to the Imperial Age himself. So yeah. It's still pretty alright for Slam still. There's another castle coming in over here for Villese on the left hand side. It's taking forever though, because the villagers get on the way. But that should basically buy him safety for sure. And yeah, this one's going down. Slam should probably delete this one. He's not going to do it though, so he ends up losing the stone. That's very unfortunate. There was still a little bit of stone to get back from that castle. Imperial Age on the way now for both players. And that's what I was saying. Villese needed to focus on going up ASAP. And he's not going to be that far off. Only 48 seconds behind Slam. It's going to be enough time for him to get defensive trebuchets up. Slam's going to start sending the first ones forward. But because we also have 3 castles over here for Villese compared to only 1 from Slam, he should be able to significantly outproduce the red player for trebs. The one thing Villese still needs to get sorted is land defenses. Because he's got almost no units. He's going for Custilier right now. But it's going to take some time for him to get to a decent amount of army. To a decent army size, rather. That would have been about 140 stone, I think, had it been deleted. Yeah, that would have been good. He would be able to go for another castle right away, for instance, as opposed to having to wait. Might have it already halfway up. Might have had it already halfway up at by this point. There we go. Imperial Age is here. We see Bracer instantly coming up. Chemistry, of course. He's about to finish researching Thumb Ring, so we're probably going to see Parthian Tactics coming in later. That's going to leave him only on Heavy Cavalry Archer to have these fully equipped. Of course, he also can go for Paddle Archer, or actually Ring Archer Armor, sorry, but for the time being, this is going to be enough. Or is it though? The Custilier are coming forward! We have a good amount of skirmishers over here for Villese as well. Very interesting army composition. Yeah, and because of the Custodier charge attack over here, even Camels would actually kind of struggle for Slam to take a favorable engagement head on. So yeah, you know, this is actually not bad for Villese at all. There we go, Heavy Cavalry Archers coming up. I imagine he probably already has Parthian Tactics. No, he doesn't have it just yet, but he's going for Heavy Cavalry Archer first. He's going for Chemistry right now, so that's going to be already +4 attack. It's only missing Parthian Tactics, and those are going to be fully upgraded, but these are daily, man. That's a daily army. Light Cavalry going down. The Custodier are kind of wasting the charge, though. It's going to take 40 seconds for them to reload, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. These Cavalry Archers are still going to be extremely threatening. Slam's military is still looking significantly stronger compared to Villese's. Villese is trying to divide the army out to get a flank attack going over here, but I'm not really sure if he's going to be able to. He's actually going forward. Wait a moment, though. Okay. Oh, man, that's going to be so good for Villese. Slam is not paying attention, but Villese is not paying attention either. He's just going to pass. Now he realizes he leaves only one Custilier over here, though, and he sends the rest of the units forward. In my opinion, he should have focused on these armies with all the Custilier, because there's no guarantee he's gonna find an opening with these units anymore. If he just took the engagement over here, we would have been able to take all of these villages down for sure, man. Or at the very least, the chances were going to be significantly higher, so not the biggest fan of this. And, well, Slam is not paying attention, man, at all. So he might end up losing. Yeah, he might end up losing all these villagers regardless. That is really, really bad for Slam. Yeah. It seems like all the villages will go down. I'm just going to keep the villagers selected so that you can see them go down one at a time. Good job. Now he realized about it. It's a little bit late. He's already lost the majority of the stone miners. Now you can see the villager count significantly higher for Villese, much stronger economy. He's going for Burgundian Vineyard. That will make the farmers produce gold, which is going to be pretty good for later stages, of course, after, like, you know, we run out of gold or he gets pushed away from gold. But yeah, he's also going for scale mill armor. Now there's a lot of like Cavalry Hussar actually forced down, so all the Gusili are going down. Very nice meat shield for Sam over here. Now he's gonna start pushing Villese back. There's another castle coming up over here. That's going to be the 4th castle for him. Meanwhile, Slam is going forward with some trebuchets. He's gonna try and get the first castle down over here. Meanwhile, we already had trebuchets on the way for Villese as well. How does the blue player defend against this? How does he defend against the trebuchets? He's in the ramp forward, and it seems like Slam's completely unprotected over there, so he might be able to get the trebuchets down, but this is a very scary amount of CA and Hussar over here for Villese to fight against, so of course, if he keeps on focusing the Hussar down with the skirmishers, it's never going to work. He needs to focus on the actual cavalry archers. But yeah, Nika did not play yet. That's going to be the next set. There we go. This is really good for Villese, and it should never have worked. But he's able to push the trebuchets away. Good job. Now Villese can start getting the push back. That is a lot of cavalry archers for sure. And now he's finally trying to target the CA with the skirmishers. How about the ear coming in? He's made the switch. Yeah. He's got 64 villagers on food. If Villese can get enough food to replenish the villager count, then Flemish Revolution all of a sudden becomes an option. But for the time being, it's going to still be a little bit out of reach. He does not have quite as much gold. He does not have quite as many TCs. He does not have quite as many villagers. And we still have a lot of castles over here. And the castles are going to be super hard to take down, of course. So after he gets the castles down, then I think Flemish becomes a little bit more viable. Especially as he's going to have enough time to get a little bit more food as well by that point. If he can take the castles down anyway. I think he should be able to, though. He's got 3 trebuchets over here. Yeah. So he should be able to take the castle down. We'll see. Really good job, though, from Slam. Taking the trebuchet down over there. Got kind of lucky. And more trebuchets for Villese. It's getting pushed away. There's still a good amount of cavalry archers left, by the way. As a matter of fact, it's even more cavalry archers than we had before. It was 45, now it's going up to 47. I'm pretty sure this was probably closer to 50 before. And we have a bombard cannon coming out over here for Slam. We have bombard cannons coming out for Villese as well. Both players are going to be trying to take each other's trebuchets down. Okay. Yeah, Slam's got kind of like a stronghold over here. The hill has done so much though. For Slam, it's amazing. Trebuchet should be going down right now as well. Yeah, it seems like the red player might be able to take this one. For the time being, he's been, you know, immovable over here. Villese is not being able to push him anymore. Overall population still looking a little bit higher for Villese though. He keeps on getting more and more food. But yeah, while the castles are still up, going for Flemish Revolution is just going to be suicidal as well. So until he can get the castles down, then Flemish is going to be completely out of question. In my opinion anyway, I don't think that's going to be viable. And Sam does not have gold anymore. I think traits over here though has been, yeah, it's been better KD for Slam, but I think it might have been a little bit more cost effective for Villese. No 100% sure. And Slam is making a switch to gold once again. He's got gold miners over here, and then he's got access to gold over here as well. Yeah, he's getting back to it. 157 to 166 population for Slam and Villese. Very close. I see the light cavalry upgrade coming up for Villese. Okay. What is the plan next? "31 cavalry archers, that's not anywhere near as many as he had before. He's gonna need to keep on reinforcing the numbers for sure. But yeah, Villese's military count is not looking quite as sharp as it was before either. Oh, that's another, yeah, that's another raid. Very good job from Villese over here. Only 3 kills still here. He's taking a bunch of villagers down. Well played. There we go. Yeah, the Hussar go down and he can keep on raiding. But the castle should be enough to protect against the Custodier. Villese has a vineyard technology helping out. Yeah, it helps out a little bit. He's got 3 relics as well, so that's pretty good because he's gonna be getting food with it, it's gonna be getting gold with it, and with the farmers he also gets extra gold on top of that. He's got 52 farmers right now. He's got a very, very good amount of, you know, food. Nice raid coming in from Slando on the left hand side. Problem is Villese is being kind of cornered. Which is not ideal. Because he cannot get out of here. And he's not going to be getting access to golds anymore. While Slam on the other hand still has access to both these golds. This one's going to run out. But then he's got access to this gold. And I think we might have extra golds actually elsewhere. Nope. These are the final 2 golds apparently. If Villese can hold on until Slam actually runs out of gold, then he should be in a pretty good spot. With Vineyards for sure. Slam won't be able to keep on going for more cavalry archers anymore. Villese is going to have Vineyards and extra relic. And an extra relic as well. It's amazing though just how hard it's been for Slam to push Villese out. With Cherishes, bombard cannons, everything, he's just been completely unable to break through the defenses from Villese. So yeah, unless Lamb does something dramatically different, this goal is going to run out in a little bit. It's only 350 gold left, and then he won't be able to keep on going for many more military units, for gold military units anyway, and Villese should be able to start pushing back out. We'll see. Good push with Halberdier. He's got Hussar going forward. A lot of skirmishes roaming around. Wood situation is a big issue though for Villese. He's run out of wood on the back and he keeps on getting pushed away from wood by the cavalry archer over here. Castle's going down finally. Yes. And that might be the beginning of Slam's final push over here with the yeah, Hussar coming in right now. He can start raiding a lot better. He does not have to worry about the castle. He'll end up taking the TC down over here. In the split of a second, with that castle going down, Villese becomes a lot more vulnerable to Slam's raids. And down here, he's still getting pushed away from wood, man. This is just so hard. It's just so hard for Villese. It's amazing that he's able to keep up with population as well as he is. But yeah, now finally, gold has run out for Slam. And Villese might stand a chance of coming back over here, but he's gonna have to survive a little bit longer. And to survive a little bit longer, he needs to keep on working on those farmers. He needs to keep on, you know, bringing more wood in. It's going to be so tough. A little bit of a counter raid though from Villese, but he wasn't able to do too much. And over here, this push is super strong. From this point onwards, any trades that Villese takes should be significantly more cost effective compared to Slam's. So Slam, what he's got to do is he's got to take the current cavalry archers he's got and just take care of them, man, as if they were made out of gold, because they are. If he can keep the cavalry archers over here, then he should be able to keep on pushing against Villese. There's nothing Villese is going to be able to do against a gold army composition. If unit control is not, you know, quite up to snuff from Slam, he's going to end up losing the cavalry archer and he won't be able to keep on going for too many afterwards. He's got a good amount though, 63 right now. Good job, 200 population for each player. We'll see Hussar coming in from Villese everywhere. Yeah, he's going right to the back of Slam's base. This is what I want to see from Villese. Go after the cavalry archers, man. Take them. He struggles. He struggles big time. Don't have too many skirmishers over here left anymore. He just is trying to go for more. Resources are not really looking the best, not gonna lie. This castle's scrambling right now as well. Meanwhile, though, the Hussar are gonna start doing some damage over here in the back. I think he might be able to clean out the cavalry archers, so he might be able to get a few villages down, but the TC is fully garrisoned over here, so maybe the Hussar will get cleaned up. We'll see. Forward over here, though. Yeah, the Cherish is still up for the time being. He's got 2 left. He's got another one coming out, so that's 3 Cherishes once again. He's gonna keep on trying to take the castles down. Very, very low population for Villese overall, 166. He needs to go for a few extra houses. Yeah, and the cavalry archer went down over here in the end, but the Hussar cannot do too much now that Slam's got his own Hussar coming back. Vilese's got a really low blast furnace and plate bar than armor, so his Hussar are going to be as upgraded as they can be. Slam on the other hand, of course, is not going to be able to go for plate bar than armor with his Hussar. So later on in the game, it's going to be better for Villese as well. It's got, you know, bracer, right? He's only missing ring archer armor for the skirmishers, but I don't think that's going to make too much of a difference. Yeah, and he's got already plate mail armor, so the halberdier are going to be significantly stronger than the halberdier available to the Indians. Yeah, Villese can go for another castle as well. I'm not really sure where he's going to go for it, but for the time being, he needs to stabilize first because he's hemorrhaging villages, man. The economy is going down by the minute. 95 villagers. Keeps on going lower and lower. Meanwhile, Slam might have lost a lot of the cavalry archers over here. He ended up losing about a third. But he's still the one putting the pressure up. And Villese, once again, really struggling for wood, man. Slam's got, well, like 80% map control over here. And it's a big struggle for Villese to get access to wood again. Which is a struggle for anything, of course. What do you do without wood in Age of Empires? I think Indian Hussar are actually better because they get bloodline. Right, 20 extra HP. Yeah, that's probably the case. Yeah, it's only 1 extra armor. True. So it's probably better for bloodlines. Correct. Halberdier though, those are going to be significantly better for Villese. Extra TC coming up over here. Damn, man, Villese is just playing survival mode over here, but take a look at this economy. It's got 28 lumberjacks. They are mostly here, and they are 60% efficient. And this wood line is going to run out in no time. Where does he go to next? Needs to go for here. Yeah. I don't know, man. I just don't see how Villese comes back over here without access to safe wood. It's been a really strong performance for Slam with map control over here. It's been fantastic. Certainly starting to look like the equalizer over here from Slam. And hey, we actually have a one-sided prediction right for Villese, and I think I had to give the points back because nobody predicted for Slam. Imagine if somebody had put like just like 10 bones for Slam. They would have been so rich at the end of the game. But yeah, it's certainly looking very over. Villese going under 130 population and struggling to keep up. He's going to call it GG, and Slam, well guys, he gets game number 2 and he equalizes the series. Let's take a look at the achievements over here then. What do we get? We have a 3-2-2 KD ratio for Slam with 88 army high as well. For economy, he managed to get not quite as many resources as Villese, but much more effective traits. Faster uptimes, both to all feudal, castle, and imperial ages, and that's about it. Let's go back, and we're gonna be taking a look at the remaining civilizations with Burgundians going down over here for Villese and Indians working really well for Slam. That's going to leave us some Britons, Aztecs, Celts, and Sicilians for Villese. While Slam, on the other hand, is going to have Tatars as well as Khmer, Japanese, and Vietnamese. I once compared Sipahi and Silk Armor for cavalry archers. Sipahi is superior in almost every way. Okay. Right. Yeah, that does make sense. It's a lot of extra HP. I'm gonna go check if the next game is here already. Yeah, and I don't think we have predictions, right? Yeah. We just had the option to open prediction. So, what will we see? Who wins G3? Villese Slam. We're going to have 5 minutes over here, so you guys have some time until we actually jump into the game. Oh, actually, the game is here already. How much spec delay do we have? Yeah, about 2 minutes of spec delay. And it's going to be Berbers for Villese. And Slam, he's got Tatars. Berbers versus Tatars for Villese and Slam. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to give you guys 5 minutes to work on your predictions, but you know this matchup can be rough. Can be rough. Keyword over here being can. It's because it's going to depend on the Berber player getting to a certain position. We'll see. Berbers versus Tatars. Yeah, Gus? What are you rooting for? "45 extra seconds and then we'll be there." Then we're gonna see Aztecs versus Khmer? What? For game 4? I think Agamesri probably has the stream muted. Anyway. 15 seconds and we're gonna be there, guys. Still a few minutes. Yeah, so we had Tatars versus Berbers a while ago already. We're still waiting for the stream or for the spec delay to run out. Yeah. You just missed that part. But the game's coming up right now, so let's see. There we go. Welcome everyone then to game number 3 in the series. We have on the right hand side, up the north, Villese playing with Berbers. Meanwhile, Slam on the left hand side is going to be playing as Tatars. For Berbers, Villese is going to get first off 15 and 20% cheaper stable units in the castle in Imperial Age, as well as 10% faster moving villagers. He's going to have also access to Genitors for the team bonus. And on the left hand side, for Slam, we get Tatars, which means we're going to get 50% extra food upon, from herdables. We're going to get also 2 additional sheep underneath each new ability C started in the Castle Age, as well as 25% additional bonus damage when fighting from a higher elevation against enemy units. And you also get for Tatars free Thumb Ring and Parting Tactics, which can be super strong, can make a potential ball of archers in the Feudal Age super strong in the Castle Age, can make it snowball pretty fast. For the team bonus, on the other hand, Tatars also get 2 extra line of sight on cavalry archer units. So let's go and take a look at the map generation starting with Villese. It's gonna have the main goal forward. It's got the secondary goal up north and the other secondary goal down south over here with the main stone on the back and the secondary stone on the left hand side. We also get a bunch of woolens around. It's going to be 3 woolens for him. He should be able to secure the right hand side fairly easily. And then over here on the left, he's probably going to have to go for something like this if he wants to protect the goal. So that one is going to make the walls potentially awkward. He could also go for walls like this instead, but that's going to require for him to either scout the woolen over here. Yeah, or to be a little bit greedier and potentially, I guess if he could start collecting the gold from here instead, he would have villagers at hand to potentially protect walls like this. If he did go for walls like this, then he will be able to secure also this woolen, which would be fantastic, of course. And then if we go and take a look at the map generation from Slam on the other hand, what do we get? We are going to have the main goal in the back. We're going to have the secondary goal on the right hand side towards the south. We get also the other secondary goal up north and the main stone on the back of his DC with the secondary stone on the left hand side. We actually do not really have quite as many wood lines. Or actually, I don't think we have quite as many wood lines for Villese. I feel like Snap's doing a little bit better in that regard. He's very close to the corner of the map as well, so you could potentially also go for walls, like greedier walls like this, but that would require for him to scout this, and for him to have villagers at hand to protect this. He's got the foragers over here, so he should be able to protect these walls. But yeah, I think we're probably going to see something a little bit cheaper, a little bit faster, if he does end up going for walls though at all, right? So maybe something like this and like this is more doable at the very beginning, and then he's gonna have to wall the foragers individually. There's a limit of 250,000 bones for prediction. Do you want to predict with more than that? Jeez. Yeah, good thing this doesn't work as poker. Otherwise, you would be able to intimidate people into never, you know, betting. Right, there we go. Second rhinos here. Okay. I was going to vote 400,000 on Villese. Well, I mean, he certainly has the highest win rate against them, and you know, this civilization matchup is going to be particularly favorable for him, but yeah. So what did you bet 250,000 bones then? Did you bet the limit? I'm not really sure because I cannot really see it. I got discouraged. Imagine you actually bet 250,000 and then Slam clutches this one up and takes the game. Oh boy. I actually am unable to grant channel points to anyone. I cannot do it. Twitch doesn't allow anybody to do it. You can only do it with Novelins. Which you're probably gonna have to deprecate at some point. I'm really sure we're actually gonna be using it. We'll see. I could have added 600,000, make it a cool million against whoever bet like 15 bones for Snap. Right. Well, anyway, Village is coming out right now for both players and 20 population. We're probably going to see scouts from both. Yeah, we'll see the barracks coming in for Villese over here. And then for Slam on the other hand, it's got the barracks already up. Not going for militias, not making a switch to gold, it's just going to be scouts 100%. Imagine if we had better millions, some put like 100% when he won. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be Scout War. So, what do we do after the Scout War though? How does this game progress? For Tars, you're gonna be adding skirmishers into the mix for sure. You're gonna want to get an archer range up no matter what, right? Even if you don't want to go for archers, you're gonna want one for cavalry archers potentially in the castle, but you gotta go for something. And then Villese, on the other hand, is probably going to add an archer range himself as well for skirmishers. And you know, archer range upgrades are still going to be good for him eventually, even if he goes for camel archers. So I think it's just going to be scouts into skirmishers for both players. And we'll see how the game progresses before we try to predict what's going to happen next. But for scouts coming in for Villese, for instance, which is pretty strong. And yeah, Sam's not going for it. He's still gonna keep on collecting from the sheep, of course. He gets a lot of extra food, so it's fine. That means that he should be able to get a few extra scouts, one extra scout over here, at quote-unquote no cost, or at the very least he's not going to struggle too much for it. Yes, got one more queued up, one more queued up over here for Villese, the same for both players. And yeah, interesting that Snap's going for the wall to the corner or to the edge of the map over here. And then he's going to wall to the edge of the map over here. He secures one wood line, but I'm not really sure if he actually has vision of it. Yeah, he doesn't know about the only wood line that he actually secured. Otherwise, I probably would have preferred for it to go for the walls like this. Actually, I would have preferred for him to go for the walls like this regardless. But anyway. There we go. Villese is also going to wall to the edges of the map. And does he know? I think he knows about this wool line. Man, he doesn't know about the wool line. Nobody knows about the wool lines they are protecting. Damn. Well, it's going to take some time for Villese to get the walls up over here. And Slam already has the scouts coming in. Meanwhile, the scouts for Villese are going to be defensive. This should still be potentially good though for Slam. He's going to bail though because of the Spearman and the scouts. But yeah, he might have been able to get a villager down faster than the scouts would have been able to get the scouts down for the red player. Anyway. Both players going for huge walls. It seems like we are just going to see a race to the castle age. Nobody's going for any extra scouts, so it's going to be a race up. What do we get then when we get to the castle age? Slam with free Parthen tactics and Thumbring, of course, only Thumbring in the castle age is going to have very strong crossbows if he manages to mass a good amount of archers. However, he's probably going to be expecting cavalry from Berbers, so I think he's probably going to try to go for cavalry archers himself. Now, the thing is, it's going to be tricky because of Berbers, you know, and the potential for camel archers. I think instead of going for either cavalry archers or crosses, I think he's going to have to go for his own cavalry. That can be rough because of the discount on cavalry for Villese. So what we need for Slam is for him to go up to the castle age faster, and he needs to get the extra TCs up sooner. He's going to get extra food from those, and if he gets a stronger economy, then he could potentially try to do something with the rest of the game, just going for melee cavalry. But yeah, he doesn't want to take too much time. I think probably just a second TC and full cavalry production is going to be the way to go, as opposed to going for like 3 TCs and full production. Unless he went for 3 TCs just because of the sheep, and he used the 3rd TC just for defenses, and he produced from 2 TCs and then cavalry, I feel like that could be significantly better as well. If he gives Villese a lot of time, we are going to get, you know, Villese is going to have enough time to get a castle up, start adding camel archers into the mix, and with, you know, melee cavalry plus camel archers on the back, it's going to be super hard for Slam to do anything. So, yeah, going up faster, and yeah, going up faster and going for the 2nd TC for the sheep, villager production as well, and potentially a 3rd TC for sheep as well, just for defense and economy. Or the free resource rather, and then going for melee. I feel like it's probably going to be the way to go. Yeah, because I'm not really sure. You know, committing heavily to cavalry archers, it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. Like Berbers, well, Villese is not taking any stone, right? Slam doesn't know that, but Berbers with the camel archers are going to hard counter cavalry archers. If Villese takes too long to get the castle up, I guess Slam could potentially get to a good amount of cavalry archers to potentially do some damage before Villese gets to camel archers, but he doesn't know that. For all he knows, Villese is taking stone right now, and he's gonna be thinking of going for the castle the first thing in the castle age. So this is super risky from Slam. We know Villese is not going for it just yet, but for all Slam knows, this could potentially get, like, this could backfire badly. Can go for camera archers for a long time after hitting the castle age. Depends on how much you prioritize it. Could definitely make a heavier switch to go to stone rather and get the castle up. But yeah, that'd be for going for 1 TC. There we go. Cavalry archers coming out. Well, he's gonna try to get the numbers. Villese, on the other hand, get into the castle age himself. And what is the plan over here? 2nd TC coming up, alright. Defensive siege workshop coming up, so we're gonna see probably some scorpions. And I think he's probably expecting the cavalry archers already. So he should be able to defend himself just fine. Does he actually have vision of this? Not yet. But he will be able to if he sends the scouts along the walls. Oh well, he can see them now. Instead going forward with 3 cavalry archers. That's not going to do much of anything, unfortunately, for him. Yeah, and Villese is going to be fine. No extra TCs for Slam whatsoever. Not going to be taking advantage of the extra resources. While Villese, on the other hand, with the second TC and the third TC already on the way, he should be able to get ahead in economy significantly. Well, this is just going to put Slam in a kind of a awkward spot. The extra villagers, Villese can start taking stone. You know, this TC is going to be very close to the stone, so he's going to be thinking of a castle in the future. There you are. Yeah, yeah. Good job. Yeah, that's pretty good. This is pretty good for Villese. Should be able to defend just fine. He's got camels over here. Scouts as well, so he's getting a good surround going. And the cavalry archers are going down. We don't have enough numbers for Slam, unfortunately. He was going heavily into cavalry archers, but now he's going to end up losing these. Well, that's pretty good. He can walk away, but ended up taking still a few losses. Going down to only 9 cavalry archers. A few minutes after getting to the castle, it's just not ideal. He's only now going for the second TC and university to get ballistics. Meanwhile, forward, these cavalry archers end up pushing the villages away from wood. Does Villese still... Okay, he still doesn't know about the woodland over here. This is just so bad. He doesn't know he's got a safe one over there. Townwatch coming in right now for Sam as well. He's gotten housed. Yeah, man, Villese is looking much stronger. It's got 6 extra villagers so far. It's probably going to keep on going higher and higher. That, you know, as soon as he can start producing from all 3 TCs non-stop. He was getting a little bit of idle TC time, but now he should be able to start getting significantly ahead in economy. So, what is Slam going to do? He keeps on going for cavalry archers. It's so far not really worked too well. We have scorpions already out. 3 scorpions over here for Villese, which hasn't really affected his villager production, which is super good. And then the camels over here are going to be fantastic meat shield for the scorpions to work out of too. What is that TC? So villagers can jump out into the unknown? What do you mean? No, it's quite clear. Underneath the map, I don't know if you guys knew, but there is a giant elephant. There are actually 4 elephants on top of the giant turtle. Like, it's common knowledge, man. Come on. Imagine if he doesn't know about this. I don't think Slam knows about this woodland either himself. Yeah, he still doesn't know about it. But there's no water falling off this map? Yeah. Yeah, it's not as pretty. Lack of scouting over here is really costing Villese a lot in terms of efficiency. The lumberjacks over here. Yeah, he's making a switch to stone because now he needs to go for a castle so that he can even secure a wood lane. But yeah, the lumberjacks are not the most efficient. Oh, I cannot deselect the villager like that. Keep on selecting farmers, but anyway, you can see it. Did Villese ever scout the corner wood? Nope. 30C coming out for Slam. Neither player did. Oops, there we go. So you can see the combined line of sight of both players over here. You can see that nobody knows about any of the wood lines. Yeah, it's just going to be super passive. It seems like Villese is just going to try to play, you know, for camel archers. He's going for the castle on the left-hand side. This is going to be for so that he can protect the wood lines as well. And then he can potentially expand the walls, of course, over here to the edge of the map. It's getting pushed away, though, for the time being. What are the scorpions? He's got scorpions over here. They are kind of out of position though. He's got more scorpions over here as well. Oh ho ho! But it's open! And now the scorpions are going down! Good job! Good job from Slam. It's getting pushed away from here though, anyway. Very low HP army though, mind you. Yeah, it's not really taking a whole lot of hits for the camels to actually take down the cavalry archers. This is really good for Villese. It should be able to push him away. It's going for the castle once again. We have a second group of cavalry archers over here. Yeah. And if Villese gets to the castle, well, that's going to be super rough for Slam, as we're going to get finally access to camel archers. Yeah, Slam's bringing the numbers here, but very low HP units. Good job. Yeah. And Villese is going back. But he got the castle up already, so we're gonna see camel archers coming in. Well, it was fun, man. But Slam, probably not gonna be feeling too perky about this. Still, the scorpions have been a huge issue for him. Keeps on taking more and more losses. He's unable to get even a single scorpion down. He was getting very close, but he got pushed away. Now he can try to go for it once again, but he keeps on taking more and more damage. Overall, these cavalry archers are not anywhere near as strong as they could be. Finally, the scorpions should be going down right now as well, but I think these have already paid off. Take a look at the HP pool of these units, and that's not to count all the units that he has already taken with the scorpions. Good job. Second castle coming up on the right hand side as well to protect this wool line too. And yeah. Good job. That's a pretty good push over here for Slam. Alright, camel archers coming out over here. We don't really have too many just yet, but with the second castle, that's going to double Villese's, you know, camel archer production, which is pretty good. I'm very curious as to who's collecting the most resources so far. That should be Villese on paper because he's had more villagers for longer. However, worker efficiency, you can see it's not really been the best because he's been under pressure a lot of time. And he still doesn't know about this wood line. Let's take a look at the resources collected so far. Yeah, looking better for Slam. Looking better for Slam despite Villese's extra villagers. Good job. Oh, 4 TC coming in for Villese. Nice. So he can secure this gold. Good job. Well, if Slam cannot go out to the Imperial Age and start taking the castles down, then eventually Villese is going to get to the numbers he needs to finally push these units away, right? Like right now, how many do we have? Only 8 camel archers? Yeah. And Slam is going up to the Imperial Age already. He needs to go for a castle himself, and he's going to place one on the left hand side, right next to the goal, which is a pretty good position, and then he should be able to trap this castle down as soon as he gets to the Imperial Age. Villese, on the other hand, he's gonna keep on trying to go for more camel archers, but so far he's significantly outnumbered still by Slam. He's going for ballistics, which Slam has had for quite a while already. You'd actually need to get camel archers to actually do anything? Yeah. He's got it. There we go. Yeah, that's what I was saying at the very beginning of the game. If he goes for cavalry archers and manages to do enough damage, you know, before we get to camel archers, it could work out. He's managed to do it. Good job. But yeah, on paper, and the options available to Berbers should be stronger, just it's about timing. And he's been able to do some good damage. Now when he gets to the Imperial Age, we're gonna see probably this castle crumbling and Villese. Yeah, man, I mean, he's got a good amount of villages, but the worker efficiency has been really lackluster. We have only now Handcar coming in. He's not had Heavy Plow. He's not researched Heavy Plow at all. Slam already has it, and he's only 15 seconds away from the Imperial Age. 40C coming in for Slam right now as well. Good job. Well, I was not expecting this, to be honest. I was expecting Villese to do significantly better now. He should still be able to go up to the Imperial Age himself very soon. But we have already Trebuchets. Yeah. We have already Trebuchet coming up for Slam. He was going to be able to take this castle down before Villese even managed to get to the Imperial Age in the first place. And then, of course, all the military units Slam had over Villese allowed him to get this one. It's going to be 2-1 in favor of Slam. Let's close the predictions over here. Yeah, and somebody's going to be getting actually a fair amount of points. There you go. Let's take a look at the achievements. Starting with military, then we get a very nice KD. Better than 2-1 for Slam, which is remarkable. Army high of 38 to 16. Economy, on the other hand, is going to be a little bit better for Slam. Collecting about 1,400 extra resources, and for technology, faster uptimes for him to the castle and Imperial Ages. So yeah, good thing that I didn't vote for 400,000. Yeah. Oh boy. Let's go back and take a look at the remaining civilizations. So there we go. We saw Berbers and Tatars. That's going to leave us on Khmer, Japanese, and Vietnamese for Slam. And we have Aztecs. We have Sicilians. We have Celts still available for Villese. I feel like the civilizations over here for the left-hand side player, though, are significantly stronger. We'll see. Just found out today that heresy conversions don't count as conversions at all, according to Capture Age. It probably counts as a kill, I imagine. Yeah, because it's not converted, right? So it doesn't go towards conversion and desertion. Well, anyway. By the way, guys, after the series, we are going to have Nikov versus Dogao for the final losers matchup. That means whoever loses is just going to get knocked out of the tournament. Villese and Slam over here are going to be fighting for their lives. So to say, their KOTD life. That is my guess, yes? I think so. Yeah. We have Japanese for Slam. I'm not really sure what they are going to pick, though. But I'm going to go and check if the fourth game is over here already. We can potentially open predictions for game number 4 as well. Nah, game number 4 is not here just yet. Wouldn't be surprised if the players start taking a small break. The lobby's here and Slam's not. I mean, Slam's there, but he hasn't picked a caller. Villese already has a caller. Crozini's there. We're just waiting a little bit. Oh, thank you, Bailo. That'll be very handy. Yes. Hey! We had 69 subs for a goal for this weekend, right? We still have one more day to go, and we are up to 68 actually, so not bad, not bad. But do you pick Japanese nowadays? They can be strong, man. We have seen actually Leary work with them really well. You know, they're fairly versatile. They get fantastic infantry. They get fully upgraded arbalesters as well. We've actually seen them picked a fair few times. Anyway, I'm just going to keep on refreshing over here until the game actually begins. I should be able to... Oh, okay, it's here. Game number 4 is here. We have some spec delay, though. Yeah. Oh, and try to guess the civilizations. I'm really sure if you'll be able to do it. But it's 1 minute and 15 seconds left of spec delay before we can jump into it. We're going to open predictions up. The question is, who wins game 4? Villese option 1 Slam option 2. We have 5 minutes over here for you guys to put some bones to whichever player you want to support and or you want to predict is going to end up taking this one. And what do we get then? We are going to have 4 Villese Sicilians. While for Slam, we actually have Khmer. So what gives? We'll see. I'm not really sure if I have seen this matchup before. Just trying to make sense of it in my head, and it seems like probably one of the matchups that is probably not going to be quite as bad, you know, against Sicilians. Maybe. It really depends. It really depends on what they go for and how the game plays out. Both players end up going for knights, and then we had some pikemen. It's gonna be better for Villese, you know, but for Sicilians, but we'll see. Could potentially see monks instead. Just going to be the sensible choice against Sicilians. Pikes are not going to do much of anything. And anyway, the game's here, so welcome everyone then to game number 4 in the series between Villese and Slam. On the left hand side, we have Villese playing Sicilians. He has, with Sicilians also, a 73% win rate, by the way. I was able to get to catch a glimpse of that from mainstream. So very, very threatening civilization over here from Villese. While Slam on the right hand side is going to be playing Khmer. Taking a look at Villese civilization, Sicilians are going to provide. First off, they are going to begin with 100 extra stone, right? On top of that, we also get 100% faster build on TCs and castles starting in the castle age, as well as access to dungeons as opposed to towers. And we also get for Sicilians 100% extra food from farm upgrades, as well as, you know, 50% less bonus damage on land units except for siege weapons. If we take a look at Slam on the other hand, Slam Civilization, the Khmer will get 10% faster moving battle elephant line units. He's gonna have also on top of that the ability to garrison 5 villages inside each house. We get also no building requirements, and they are also going to have farmers that do not need mills or TCs to drop food on, while for the team bonus, well, we get 1 extra range on... Yeah, 1 extra range on Scorpion line weapons. Let's go and take a look at the map generation. Doesn't seem like anybody's going to try to lame or anything. First off, we have for Villese the main goal on the back, right? He's got the main stone forward and the secondary stone on the right hand side. We have the secondary stone, secondary golds actually. Both of these up north. One is going to be to the right hand side, the other one's going to be on the left hand side. And this should be fairly straightforward for Villese to wall. If he goes for walls from here to here, he secures the berries already. He secures the wool line already, right? And then he can go for walls like this and he's gonna be fine. He gets gold as well, which is super strong, right? And yeah, it's actually not going to be particularly difficult for Villese to protect some resources over here, so that's pretty good. If we take a look at the map generation, of course he could potentially also go for the walls connecting like this instead, which is going to build a small arena for him, but yeah, besides that, if we go and take a look at Slam's map generation, he's got a super nice wool line forward, kind of creating a natural wall for him. But for resource location, he's got the main goal up north, he's got the main stone down south. And by the way, I can see that you cannot see the annotations for whatever reason. I think the program crashed before, so I'm sorry about that. You can see them right now. We're going to be taking a look at Villese's map generation in 1 second once again. But yeah, for now he's got the main goal up, main stone down, both secondary goals on the left hand side towards the south, beyond the wood line over here. So yeah, he could potentially wall himself up like this and like this, while securing both this and this wood lines. We'll see if he can actually scout the corner one, but then he also will be able to secure the berries. He will be able to secure also you know, the gold over there, and he should be able to also secure the stone. If we go and take a look at Villese's base once again, sorry about the annotations not showing up. I was saying that with the gold over here, right, and the berries over here, if he just goes for wall from here to here, here to here, and then here to here, he already manages to secure this gold, this, berries, and then also the wool lines, right? So that's pretty good, and he's going for it. Were the annotations not working in the previous game and I haven't realized? I wouldn't be surprised. I'm hoping that it was working. But anyway. Bonus Lamb, more bones there. Also, I have won so many bets during KOTV that I hope to lose now. Okay. How giving. Yeah, and Villese is gonna be fine. He needs to go for the walls towards the edge of the map and then he's going to be fine. This is probably one of the most wallable Ribia generations that I have seen so far. I had the same problem with annotations on my stream yesterday, but I think it works today. You can... Flower and Dancer, man, if you feel like it, you can talk to me about annotations later. Like on Discord or somewhere, and I can give you a hand with that for sure. I know how to fix most issues, but yeah, I was just not paying attention to the stream, to the actual stream feed. So I'm not really sure if they were actually working the last time around or the previous game. Anyway. Yeah, just hit me up on Discord privately or whispers or whatever, and I can give you a hand for sure. I mean, if Slam wins, more bones for me, but if Villa wins, I'll be happier still. Okay. Village is already here for Slams. It's gone up on 19 population, so we're gonna see scouts coming out. No barracks over here means that we won't be able to. There we go. We won't be able to go for spearmen whatsoever. Against Sicilians, it probably wouldn't make too much of a difference, but it's still pretty good. You know, it's still a good amount of, like, the spearmen are going to be significantly higher damage for bonus damage against enemy cavalry when compared to camels, for instance, and they are still super... Yeah, they are still super cheap, of course, so we'll see. Yeah, if Villese can add a few spearmen into the mix, that's going to be so much better for him, of course. So yeah. Damn, you have almost the same amount of Noblins. Now you're losing them all, rip. Good stuff. Here comes Slam. Yeah, and Horse Scholar is coming out right now for Villese. We have Horse Scholar already up for Slam. Yeah, which makes sense, of course. His farms are going to deplete sooner. And Villese is only now going for farms. Yeah. He waited for Horse Scholar to come up. Good job. Novels flee in Finland? Yeah. Well, so far we have a very similar amount of military units. The difference is that Villese has got spearmen over here to work with as well, while Stan does not have any. And unless he goes for a barracks, he won't be able to go for any at all. So he's just going for an archer range so that he can go some skirmishers, and that's going to be enough for countering these, yeah, the spearmen for sure. Let's see. Villese has got completely walled himself up. Good job. And so far, nobody's gonna be able to do any damage. I think in this matchup, though, you know, the sooner we get to the Castle Age, I feel like the better it can be for... Well, for who, really? Let's go to say for Sicilians, because of the extra TCs and the possibility of First Crusade. That's going to be fairly pricey instead. I'm not really sure if he's going to be able to go up so fast, though, given Slam's much better farmers. I think he's probably going to be able to go up to the Castle Age faster. He's been going for a lot of extra scouts, though. A bunch of extra skirmishers over here as well, so it's been very food intensive in any case. Let's see. Wheelbarrow on the way right now for Villese. Very, very important for Villese to get this, try and stay up in terms of farmer efficiency compared to the Khmer player. We're not going to see Wheelbarrow coming up quite as soon for Slam, but he's going to be fine because of the civilization. So, yeah, anyway. I think it's probably in Vilese's best interest to try to get to the castle age as soon as possible, since he's probably expecting Slam to be able to go up super fast because of the Khmer farmers. He should notice all the extra units that, you know, Slam's gone for. And he should care for these. Good unit control over here for Slam. And then, of course, going up faster, potentially get an extra TCs up sooner as well. That's going to allow him to equalize in economy, otherwise Sam's gonna be getting a hit still. 5 losses and knowledge in a row. Nose laughing all the way to the bank. Yeah. If only I got the novels myself, but I don't get bones, I don't get novels, you know, it's rigged, man. It's only for you, you get all the goodies. There we go. Now Castle Age is coming up for Villese significantly faster indeed. That's what I wanted to see from the blue player. Now, he's got to be careful over here. If he takes a questionable engagement and he loses all the units, then what does he have left to defend himself with? He's going to have to keep on reinforcing the walls, and he's just going to be super tricky with the skirmishers over here, and Slam could potentially do some good damage before Villese gets to the Castle Age. So he needs to go back. He's going to the hill over here. Unit control is going to be absolutely crucial for Villese over here. And Slam keeps on chasing those units away. So yeah, we're getting closer and closer to Vilese's base. What is the plan over here? We have the second stable already up, so it seems like it's going to be night production for sure. I think he still definitely should be going for extra TCs. The big problem that Vilese's got right now, though, is that his base does not really have a whole lot of flat terrain. So he wouldn't really be able to go for a second TC anywhere, really. Damn, like honestly, can I go for a second TC anywhere? I think if he deletes the mining, the lumber camp over here, should be able to go for one TC, but that's about it. Otherwise, he'll have to get out of his base. Really interesting. In the end, though, Villese ends up getting cleaned up over here for the most part, or in any case, the units he's got left are going to be extremely low HP. But Slam's not putting the pressure up at all. There you go. Castle Age will be here for Slam as well very soon, but we have a nasty head start of 2 minutes and 15 seconds for Villese. That should be enough for him to already get extra TCs up, you know, start getting a hit. He's got almost enough wood already. So we should see also, we should see the second TC coming up. Where's the second TC going to come up? Yeah, if he deletes the lumber camp over here, he might be able to place it over here, but he's going instead for a monastery. No extra TCs whatsoever. Alright, so Slam's economy over here is going to be feeling super good then. With the more efficient farmers. Take a look at Slam's efficiency. Usually it's super hard to stay above 80% after you get past the first 50 minutes of the game, and Slam's going to do it no problem, easy peasy. I mean, take a look at that. Gather economy time. About the same for both players, a little higher for Villese. But yeah, Slam's going to be getting ahead in economy for sure in the future. Let's go and take a look at the collected resources so far. A little bit better for Villese. See? Yeah, with the knights over here, Villese should be able to get a much better engagement, so Slam's going to bail. Yeah, full military pressure over here. Oh ho ho! Take a look at Villese's second TC, man. He had no place to go for the second TC anywhere, so he just had to place it right next to the first TC. That's not going to be the most ideal position for a TC, but hey, that's going to allow him to, you know, train two villages at the same time. Slam on the other hand. What is Slam going to do over here? Take a look at this economy. No way he's gonna try to pass imp over here. No, that wouldn't work. He's going for Botkin arrow. That was a very strong economy though. You can see how Slam's civilization over here is going to work really well. For efficiency again. Yeah. Botkinaro is coming in right now, as well as Husbandry. Yeah, and he's just gonna be sticking to the Castle Age for sure, but Villese is looking strong, guys. He's got the 30C coming up north, right next to the stone, so we're gonna see him collecting more stone as well to potentially go, you know, for a 50C, a castle, First Crusade. But for the time being, Slam is gonna make a switch to Cavalry Archers, and he's gonna keep on massing the units up. How many? We have 4 Archer Ranges over here for Slam. This is the 3rd game, I think, in a row the sound goes for Cavalry Archers. No, because he lost game number 1. Game number 2, what was it for Civilizations? I don't remember anymore, but game 3 he won with Cavalry Archers, right? Well, that's pretty interesting. That's going to be at the very least 3 games in the series that Sam's been going for Cavalry Archers already. And yeah, for Kimmer they're going to be alright. They do not get Thumb Ring though, but other than that, they're going to be okay. There we go. Slam's going right after those knights, while Villese on the other hand is just gonna keep on going for more villagers, working on economy over here. We're gonna see a switch to skirmishers. He's going for an extra archer range as well. Yeah, as we know, to collect 1 relic already. The center one as well, which is pretty good. Scale bar than armor for Sam. Yeah, looking pretty good for Villese. As long as he can defend himself anyway, he should be in a pretty good spot. He's gonna skyrocket in economy, and then, of course, with extra TCs coming up, potentially, you can see that he's already starting to collect stone to go for a castle. He's going to have a nice boost in military for First Crusade. And he should be able to go for extra TCs very soon as well. The 4th and the 5th that he's missing to maximize First Crusade. If Villese takes this one, then that's going to be the 2nd full series we are going to get today. Good job. He was collecting the relic. Now he's still gonna be able to get it though, but he needs to go for another monk. It's fine. Was that good cav armor? Because he was on a lot of cavalry units in the village. He went for a lot of scout cavalry. So he went for scale bar than armor. I think he went for it when he was going up to the Castle Age. 2nd TC finally coming up for Sam. Significantly later though, compared to Villese. Villese already has 15 extra villagers. Okay, good job. Yeah, with the skirmishers over here, he's doing really good damage. 5 seconds for him to get ballistics as well, and that's going to be so crucial against the cavalry archers too. Good job. Yeah, Villese is defending himself really well while getting ahead in villager counts still even further. 17 extra villagers. Well played. And now, it just Towerman keeps on going for cavalry archers only. Now we're gonna see some knights being added into the mix. What is that going to do against the knights from Villese over here? We're gonna have a meat shield for both players in any case. But if Villese is paying attention to his units, he should still be trying to target the cavalry archers, even if there are knights fighting against his own knights. So yeah, with some good unit control over here, Villese should still be in a much better spot. Castle's coming up as expected. There you go. Could we see First Crusade on 3 TCs? Certainly would prefer for him to go for the 4th and 5th TCs first, but we'll see. I mean, he's got the resources already. Just needs to find a good place for them. See? Alright. And guys, Nerfbox actually has shared with me some stats for KODT4, so we can take a look at that after this game or after the series probably. That's gonna be pretty interesting to see. The civilizations will be pretty interesting to see for sure. There we go. Good job. Yeah. And Slam's been able to successfully deny this castle for the time being, but it shouldn't be the case for much longer. We have only how many cavalry archers over here? We don't have enough cavalry archers, so the skirmishers should be able to take these down, and now the villagers are finally going to be able to get this one up. Remember, 100% faster building castles for Sicilians. So yeah, so much for Slam's Knights, right? 4TC is finally coming up now for Villese. And then he needs to go for the 5th one. He's got the resources for it already. He's just not going for it. And then he can go for First Crusade. And that's going to be so good. 35 extra units he can get access to. A single upgrade. Where's he going to place the 50C though? What's a good spot actually? I'm not sure if he can actually place TCs anywhere, honestly. Probably around here. Probably around here. I think probably around here will be good. Yeah. And then he can try to expand the walls over here instead. Like that. 4 castle from Slam? There's no way, man. It's got a good amount of cavalry archers though. We had 17 over here. How many skirmishers we have? 15 skirmishers. Okay. Well, he's coming in, guys. He's gonna try to go for this. He's going to try and go for the play. Villese, on the other hand, significantly higher villager count right now. 30. No, 23 actually extra villagers. He's got significantly more resources as well. Should be able to click up to the Imperial Age very soon as well. And here comes the castle from Slams. Got a good amount of villagers over there. And Villese should be able to take the cavalry archers down over here. We're gonna see also a conversion coming up, but the monks going down. Not enough skirmishers anymore though. Imperial Age on the way for Villese. It's taking just so much longer for Slam to get this castle up compared to Sicilians. And he's taking so many losses. He's got only 9 cavalry archers left over here. These are going to be going down, and honestly, the skirmishers are even going to try and take the villagers down as well. There's a countercast coming up over here. Villese should be able to get this one up significantly faster, but it's still not going to be quite as fast as Slam. Slam's going to get this one up right away. So, he's going to try to deny this one. Won't be able to do it. He can only push villagers away, and the castle's coming up. That's still going to be much better for Villese. As he'll be in the Imperial Age significantly faster, we're gonna see 2 trebuchets coming up from Vilese's castle to take Slam's castle down. Without this one, and against, you know, trebuchets and potentially a lot of sergeants from Villese, Slam's going to struggle in the Imperial Age for sure. This is open, by the way, on the left-hand side, but Villese realizes about it. Good job. There we go. Oh, it's open still. I actually had no idea. Okay, but the skirmishers are over there, so these cavalry archers get pushed back. And there we are. Slam's gonna get enough food to go up to the Imperial Age very soon, but he does not have enough gold. Not for the time being. Well played. Might have been able to get a few villages down, but we still have 12 extra villages for Villese. Yeah, he's still missing 1 TC to maximize First Crusade. I'm really sure if he's gonna go for it or not. Yeah, he's on 4 right now. And Imperial Age is here. So what is the plan? Trebuchet is coming out from Vilese's castle right away, right? So he's got 1 from here, 1 from here. 2 trebuchets, he should be able to get the castle down, no problem. Meanwhile, Slam, on the other hand, still struggling to get enough resources to even click up to the Imperial Age. So after this castle goes down to the trebuchets, Villese should be in a pretty good position to push back against Slam. After he managed to push Slam away from his base, then he's going to be in a much better position. Yeah. Should be able to take this one down as well. And there we go. Both trebuchets already unpacking. You can see this one's gonna be dealing extra damage because of the hill. Yeah, and the cavalry archers get pushed back. We have Plate Barred in Armor for Villese. He's going for the Cavalier upgrade as well. He's got at this point only 10 Knights, but that's going to be so much stronger once we get the Cavalier upgrade. Meanwhile, Slam's trying to go up to the Imperial Age. Castle scrambling over here though for the red player, and he's going for another castle on the right hand side. That's going to be the second one for him. Let's take a look at the left. There we go. Good job, good job. Yeah, GG is going to be called by Slam. That was fairly uneventful though. Basically, Villese got 4 with the Cavalier over here, and he was going to get the castle down already. Slam wasn't able to get this one up, and even if he managed to get this one up, then the tertiaries from Villese were going to be enough to take this down. So, wow, that's going to leave us on an equal score over here for both players. 2-2 for Villese and for Slam respectively. Without Sicilians over here anymore, without Khmer over here anymore, that's going to leave us on Japanese and Vietnamese for Slam, while Villese still has Aztecs and he's got Celts. Let's go and take a look at the achievements before jumping back out. Better than 1-to-1 KD ratio for Slam. For the economy, on the other hand, we have a much stronger economy for Villese for sure. There we go. And then for technology, we also have a faster uptime for Villese to the castle, Imperial Ages too. And there you are. This is going to leave us though on the second full series of the day. What do we get then for game number 5? Aztecs and Celts. Let's say it's going to most likely catch Slam off guard if he goes for Celts, because Aztecs are probably going to be the expected civilization over here. Slam, on the other hand, with Vietnamese and Japanese, can honestly go for either one. I think he's probably going to want to go for Vietnamese, sorry. And Villese is probably going to want to go for Aztecs. So that's going to be my prediction for game number 5. Let me close the predictions for game 4 in terms of who wins this one. Let's choose an outcome over here with Villese taking this one. That's super good for him. Let's open predictions up for game number 5. Who wins the series? Villese, Slam. I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes, and then we should be able to jump into the game in a little bit. I'm just going to go and check to make sure that we are not missing game number 5. It should be here very soon. Try and search for Villese. Yeah, the lobby's here, Villese is there, Slam's there, Krazini is no longer there, so the game is going to start in just 1 second. Well, what do you expect for civilizations, and who do you expect to win the series? According to your civilization picks, or to your civilization predictions. Let me check. There we go. This wins with Celts. Well, game number 5 is here, guys. I'll tell you the civilizations we have for the final one. Villese is gonna be playing in the blue color. Right? We are 1 minute and 30 seconds away from being able to jump into the game. He's gonna be playing the blue color. He's playing as Aztecs. While Slam, on the other hand, he had Japanese and he had Vietnamese available. He's gonna be playing as Japanese. It's gonna be Aztecs versus Japanese. And that's going to make for a very interesting matchup over here. Of course, Japanese with very strong infantry can be potentially deadly. While Villese with a very strong economy, Aztecs, an incredible civilization, can also be a fantastic one for Villese. But I think I think I'm probably liking... I mean, it's kind of tough to tell. Because Aztecs, you go for archers, right? And the archers are not going to be as good as Japanese, at the very least, not when you get to the Imperial Age. The Castle Age is going to be the same for both. But then we get incredible infantry for slam, right? So that kind of negates Eagle Warriors a little bit. Unless you have a very good unit control and you're able to just dance around longswords, I think that's going to be kind of rough. Yeah, for Aztecs anyway. And then what else? We could potentially see like a smush, I guess. Maybe Monks on Siege. Something like that from Aztecs, we'll see. They're gonna be super strong though, so maybe just getting to the castle is significantly faster compared to Japanese will be enough for them to get something done, but we'll see. All in on Villese? Okay. Guys, we are going for it. Welcome everyone to game number 5, the final one of the series. This is not even going to be the final series. Remember, we have after this Nikao versus Tokao. Whoever wins over here is going to have a second chance in the tournament, where they're gonna go and face whoever lost in the winner matches, right? Whoever loses over here is going to get straight out knocked out of the tournament. So very, very important game. For Villese on the left-hand side playing with Aztecs, he's going to have villagers who can carry 3 extra resources per trip. We also get for Aztecs 5 extra HP on monks per each monastery upgrade that they research. They get also 11% faster training military units except for monks specifically. And then on top of that, we're also going to start with 50 extra gold, which is pretty good. Oh, and Villese is coming forward. And take a look at that. He's not going to take any risks over here. He's going to take the villager down. He's going to try 2. And that's going to be 2 hits. Oh, but he cannot take it. He still managed to get the goats, though. So that's going to be good. Is he going to try and go after the rhino over here? That'd be super risky. The scouts over here. Yeah, and really, really good job, though, from Slam. Going and taking the boar over here, or actually the rhino, before Villese was able to take it. Now, HP for Vilese's unit is not going to be strong enough for him to get the other rhino, and it's going to be on the back of Slam's base as well. So he was trying to go all out, but very good defense over here for Slam. So we talked about Aztecs. Let's go and talk about Japanese now that there is not too much action anymore. For Slam, we are going to have, first off, 33% faster attacking infantry unit starting in the Field Age. On top of that, we also get... Yeah, on top of that, we also get with Japanese a 50% wood discount on drop-off buildings. So 50% discount on drop-off buildings, rather. And then that's going to be about it for the most part. The rest of the bonuses are going to be for water, with stronger fishing ships, you know, extra line of sight on galley line ships. So, yeah, that's going to be the bonuses for both players. Let's go and take a look at the map generation real quick. Starting with Mr. Villese, we get the main goal on the back for him. It's got secondary goal on the back as well, but mostly to the side over here, kind of far away from the TC, and the other secondary goal is going to be towards the southeast. If we take a look at the stone location on the other hand, we have the main stone on the right hand side, and we have a secondary stone down south to the left. And he should be able to completely, there we go, should be able to completely wall himself up like this. And if he goes for something like this, which I think he should be able to, because he's got already like lumberjacks over here and whatnot, he doesn't even need to go for the walls like this. He can also go for walls like this. But yeah, if he does end up getting this, he's gonna be able to secure this wool line already, which is amazing. He will be able to secure also this tiny wool line over here, and then this wool line over here close to the corner, as well as 1, 2 golds, the stone over here. That'll be amazing, actually. Yeah, and you know what? If he didn't have the lumberjacks over here, he could potentially have gone also for walls like this, and he would have been able to still protect these wool lines in the back. So he can still do this, though, and it's going to be cheaper. So we'll see what he goes for. If we take a look at Slam's map generation, on the other hand, he's got the main goal forward already and on a hill. This is not the best gold generation, though, for your last game. Gotta reckon. Very unfortunate for Slam. It's got both secondary golds very far away as well. Beyond hills, beyond the tree line. The main stone, on the other hand, super exposed as well. The secondary stone is really bad. Man, this map generation for Slam is awful. Like, it's so horrible. If you went for walls from here to here and then probably connect the walls like this, you might be able to just secure both these wool lines, of course, but What is that going to do for him? Not too much, I think. I'm not really sure if he will be even able to protect these walls, honestly. So I think we're probably going to see him go for something like this instead. Most likely. Oh, take a look at that though. Take a look at that though. Oh, the Eagles getting trapped. Good job. Wow. Wow. The Eagles going down right now. Yeah. Should be going down to the scout cavalry anyway. It's got the hill advantage over here. So, you know, Slam's got to be careful. But Villese is just going to bail. Really, really good job. Now, he should be able to take the Eagle scout down. No problem. He's going to have the only scout left. Yeah. Good job. Hill advantage over there for the Eagle. No way though. Villese is taking this one. What? Unbelievable stuff. Though we have a militia, and that's going to be, yeah, the nail in the coffin for that Eagle scout. Very good job from Slam over here. Just going to go for militias anyway. He's already made the switch to gold, so it's going to be Minotaurs into archers for him. Because of course, I mean, he's playing Japanese, right? What is this going to go for? And Villese over here. Villese is not going for walls to the edge of the map. Instead, it's just going to be going for walls around the woodlands over here. Or he's going to be connecting all 4 woodlands, which means that he's not really going to be super safe anytime soon. Now, he knows as well that the Minotaurs are coming out from Slam. And he should be going also for his own Minotaurs, but he's going to go for the barracks only now. 12 seconds away from the castle, from the fuel age. Seems a little bit too late. It seems like it's just going to be going straight archers. But this is taking forever, man. He's already in the fuel age and the barracks only 60% up. Meanwhile, Slam's already in the fuel age. He's got the Minotaurs upgrade coming up as well. And he might be able to get the houses down over here and just go forward. There we go. Yeah, the archer range is coming up. Should see an archer range coming up for Slam as well. And he does have one on the way already. Good job. It's probably not going to be able to break through over here. We're going to see some archers coming out from Villese already. How long is it going to take for Villese to get this? Yeah, the blacksmith up, man. Because that's going to be super important for him as well to get fletching. Going around. Yeah, and the walls are coming up on the back for Villese. It's just gonna be walling towards the TC. This means though that we are not going to see any defenses for these for these woodlands, and that opens, you know, the door for Slam to potentially come forward with towers over here. That'd be pretty good. Tower over here, you know, another tower up here, and that'll be basically the end of wood income for him. But he's not going for it, no. He's just going to go for the walls himself. Doesn't seem like anybody's trying to wall towards the edge of the map. Both players are trying to be super safe over here. Super conservative wallings from both. See Blacksmith coming up, and yes, now it's got some archers coming out. So far, we have 3 archers for each player. We have a slight head start in production for Villese. He's got the 4th archer out a few seconds before Slam's got them. And of course, there's going to be also the fact of the defender's advantage working in favor of Villese. But yeah, with fletching coming out for both players, already here for Villese and on the way for Slam, then it should still be pretty even. There's only a 1 unit difference. Plus on the Minotaurs over here, potential skirmishers from Villese wouldn't be quite as strong. If Slam adds a few skirmishers into the mix, I feel like it's going to be significantly stronger for him. Here come the archers though from Villese. Sending 4-4. We have 3 forward over here from Slam. He's gonna try and prevent the walls from coming up over here. I think he's gonna be able to. Meanwhile, Villese on the other hand should be able to push the villagers away from wood, but he's not going for it just yet. It's going right after the berries, but there's nothing over here. Good defense. Good defense from Villese. Yeah, and even the archers are going to prevent the walls from coming up. Oh, but the village is going down though on the right hand side from Villese. From Slam, sorry to Vilese's archer. He was unable to get the walls up, so now that's going to be a second village going down. Good job from Villese. Might be able to get to the wall, and over here there are no quick walls coming up for Slam whatsoever, and that's going to be 2 Indigo KD so far in favor of Villese, with also only 8 seconds of idle TC time compared to over a minute for Slam. How good is this for Villese, guys? He's playing Aztecs as well, which means he's gonna be significantly more efficient as well. What a great position for Villese. Might have gotten pushed away from here, but he's already done the damage. Slam really struggles to get anything done. Want to see Jaguar versus Samurai? Oh man. Yeah, finally Slam's going to close this up. But take a look at Villese. 5 extra villagers at this point. Remember, 3 extra resources they can carry per trip as well. So it's going to be like having half wheelbarrow as well. Pretty good position overall for Villese. It's probably going to be the first one to go up to the castle age as well. We'll see if he adds a second archer range or a second barracks. Whether or not he wants to go for crossbows or, you know, eagles instead. I feel like against Japanese, probably gonna be better for him to go for crossbows. The thing is, he does not get Thumbring, right? Well, Japanese do get it, but eagles against Japanese, it just feels like way too risky. I guess if he gets a good spam going and he gets the units in early enough, he might be able to do enough damage to prevent Slam from getting to a decent amount of Minotaurs or Lone Swords. But it's going to be very similar to what we saw in Tatars versus Berbers, where if you get counter on paper by the civilization you're fighting against, but you can get enough of the units out so that you can prevent the other player from getting to a decent position, then it's still going to be working out. So it's all going to depend on whether or not Villese realizes that he's going up significantly faster to the castle age, how much faster he actually is, and how many extra units of what unit type that's going to allow him to get compared to Slam. So we'll see. There we go. Castle Age is coming up for Villese. Slam should be able to go up fairly soon himself, but a little bit behind compared to Villese. Probably going to be at the very least a 30-second lead. Yeah, over 30 seconds already. Extra archer range as well. If Villese can get sight of this, that's going to be huge. If he can see the archer range, that's going to be so big, but it's just one tile too far away. Because he'll know what Slam is going to go for, is planning to go for in the castle age, and then he can try to plan around it. Meanwhile, Villese on the other hand, he's got a second barracks coming in, and that's gonna be so good if Slam does commit to full archers over here, full skirmishers, or whatever he goes for from the archer ranges. Then eagles are going to be absolutely incredible. Keep in mind as well that Slam is open still. And yeah, while this does create a little bit of a funnel, right, towards the DC, eagles are not going to care. They are just going to come in straight through, straight into the economy for sure. So yeah. There we are. Yeah, and Villese is going up north. The thing is, Slam will probably realize that these units do not get upgraded. So I'm kind of wondering if Villese is going to go for... Yeah, he's going for crossbow. He's going for bulky arrow, wheelbarrow right now as well. And he's still going to keep on going for Eagle Warriors. Not really sure if Slam's going to realize about the barracks though. He's coming forward himself. Yeah, he only knows about one of the barracks. So get an upgrade to crossbows, and that's going to give Slam the cue to go for skirmishers, or... He's going for supplies though. Yeah, just in case. It's gonna be ready against eagles, potentially. Second TC on the way now for Villese as well. And here it goes. He knows about the eagles coming in right now as well. He lets his cats out of the back. He's going around. And there we go. Yeah. We see the Crossman upgrade right now, as well as Botkinaro coming in for Slam, but now the Eagles are coming in, guys. And that might be a few villages going down over there. Probably not the best engagement, though. He definitely should have been able to get a few villages down over here, but Yeah, he's still putting a lot of pressure up. With chainmail armor over here as well, these are going to be so much more resilient against TC fire. With Minotaur's coming now he's got to be careful. These are still no lone swords, so these could potentially go down fairly easily to the crossbow still. Yeah. You know, remember that lone swords got buffed recently? So they get extra armor, extra melee armor. That is really, really good against eagles, because if you get a good amount of eagles in the past, you would still be able, you know, to overwhelm Minotaur's lone swords, but now it's going to be significantly harder. The lone swords are going to be so much more resilient. So there's that. Villese is going back. He's gonna keep on going for eagles, but you can see that he's not fully committed anymore. He's got only one barracks producing. He's got a monk coming out, 30C on the way. It seems like he's gonna be playing for economy, while Slam on the other hand is gonna be playing for aggression instead. It's got double ranges working full time. Plus the Minotaur's coming out. Wow! Slam just going to call the GG over here. Holy crap, though. That wasn't... Damn, that was a very good engagement for Villese, though. He ends up cleaning the units up over here. Of course, we had crossbows and we had only skirmishes. I think he had only 2 Minotaurs. I'm not really sure. Yeah, he ended up losing the Minotaurs, but... That is a... You know, I feel like he could have tried to fight a little bit longer, but he was probably expecting to be falling behind significantly. So he calls it GG, and guys, Villese taking game number 5 with Aztecs against Japanese is going to be the one. Moving on to the decider matchup, where he's going to be facing whoever, I'm actually not really sure. We're going to be taking a look at that in a moment, but yeah, let's go through the achievements before hopping back out. And yeah, Slam on the other hand is going to get knocked out. So for military, we get a better than 3 to 2 KD ratio for Villese. Economy, on the other hand, significantly stronger for him as well with 2100 extra resources, and that just comes from the Aztec economy. Technology, on the other hand, faster fuel, faster castle each time. Gonna see for society 10 extra villagers over here in the end for Villese. Slamming the doubles in 5 villagers in the game. And yeah, difference was too much. That is fair. In the fuel age, he ended up losing a few villagers as well, which was pretty good from Villese. And, you know, after losing the military over there, he probably was not expecting to be able to catch up to Villese anytime soon. Well, it is what it is, guys. Villese moves on.